Shadows of Bakhmut. Operational Report. Mission, Shadows of Bakhmut. Date, July 14, 2023. Region, AO Bakhmut, Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine. Objective, conduct reconnaissance of the industrial zone southeast of the city center, identify enemy positions, destroy an ammunition depot if possible, and extract coordinates for artillery correction. Team Whirlwind. Commander, Raven, Captain, 35. Combat veteran since 2014, previously served under contract in Afghanistan. Calm, cold-minded, keeps the team disciplined. Deputy, Cascade, First Lieutenant, 30. Former Marine, sharp and impulsive, but dependable in firefights. Radio operator, Noise, Sergeant, 28. Skilled with electronics, knows how to push signals through heavy jamming. Sapper, Clay, Sergeant, 32. Combat engineer with experience in UN demoning operations in Iraq. Sniper, Shade, Warrant Officer, 33. Former hunter from Zakarpattia. Silent, focused. Medic, Fox, Corporal, 27. Ex-paramedic from Kiev. Cynical, but his hands never shake. Cover, Storm, Private, 24. Young and hot-blooded, accelerated training course. Believes he has nothing to lose. Equipment. Primary weapons. Raven, Cascade, Storm, 416 Hong Kong dollars rifles with aimpoint micro T, 2 optics and surefire lights. Reliable in mud and rain, tested countless times. Shade, FN Scar H, 7, 62 by 51, with Schmidt and Bender 5-25 x 56 PM2 scope. Heavy beast, but industrial zones demand range. Clay, SIG MCX Rattler. 300 BLK, with suppressor for stealth clearing in tight interiors. Noise and Fox, Glock 19 sidearms and compact SIG MCX carbines for defense. Additional gear. DJI Mavic 3T drone and FPV drones with shape charge warheads. And /PRC 148 and bigger radios with encryption. Asapi plates in Cry Precision JPC carriers. OpsCore fast helmets with /PVS 14 mounts. AGM Rattler TS35 thermal scopes. IFAC Gen 3 medical kits, tourniquets, morphine auto-injectors. Smoke grenades, RGO and RGN fragmentation grenades. Operator comments. Raven, the 416 Hong Kong dollars is worth the wait. In this mud, an M4 might jam, the HK doesn't. Shade, the Scar kicks like a mule, but it drops them before they see me. That's what matters. Clay, the MCX Rattler feels like a pistol with fangs. Silent enough, lethal enough. Fox, I don't care about guns. I care about how fast I can drag you out when you're bleeding out. Mission timeline. Midnight to 020, approach. The night air was thick with humidity. The smell of gunpowder and burning diesel carried over the fields. Artillery thundered at a distance, Ukrainian M777s answered Russian Gyatsints. The horizon flashed every few seconds, the earth trembled slightly, like the heartbeat of the front. The team moved low through a tree line, boots sinking into wet soil. Every sound seemed louder than it should. Raven raised a clenched fist, halt. Noise, check comms. Noise adjusted the /PRC 148, whispering. Still jammed on primary. Switching to secondary, static, partial words. EW's heavy tonight. Cascade muttered. Means they know something's coming. Raven only nodded, eyes narrowing behind the NVG. Storm whispered. Feels like the city's breathing. Like it knows we're here. Fox snorted softly. It doesn't breathe. It eats. Don't romanticize Bakhmut, kid. 020 to 040, drone recon. Noise launched the DJI Mavic 3T. The thermal camera cut through the darkness, the outlines of collapsed factories, gutted apartment blocks, a skeletal chimney. And movement. 2 heat signatures, southeast quadrant, workshop ruins. Likely MG nest, Noise reported. FPV up, Raven ordered. Clay armed the small FPV drone, its camera feeding back grainy images. It skimmed low, darting between rubble. Suddenly, static tore the feed. The drone froze, spiraled, and crashed. Orlan, 10 overhead, noise cursed. They're hunting. A faint buzzing filled the air, alien and mechanical. Everyone tensed. Raven whispered. Stay still. They'll pass. The drone's eye in the sky drifted. Shade murmured. They're not blind. Just lazy. Won't last. 040 to 110, infiltration. Clay scanned ahead with a flashlight filtered red. His detector clicked near a half-buried plate. He whispered. PMN 4. Anti-personnel mine. Old, but live. They circled wide. Storm glanced at the mine, pale. Clay clapped his shoulder. Don't look at it like death. Look at it like a locked door. And I've got the key. Raven checked his watch. 20 minutes till dawn. Move. The ruins loomed like the bones of giants. Every doorway could be a trap. Every shadow, an enemy. Cascade muttered. Feels like they're inside the walls, waiting. 110 to 130, first contact. Shade's voice cut through on the net. Eyes on. 2 silhouettes. Rooftop, thermal gear. Raven, take the shot. The Scar H barked once. One figure dropped. The second raised a radio, shouting. Contact blown, Raven snapped. Within minutes, mortars whistled. Impacts tore through the ruins, showering debris. Dust and sparks rained like snow. Fox shouted over the noise. Anyone hit? Storm coughed, waving dust away. Still here. Raven, we move, now. 1:30 to 2 o'clock, engagement. The assault came sudden, short bursts of AK fire, grenades clattering. Russian voices echoed, disciplined, aggressive. Cascade hissed. PKM nest, right flank. Storm unleashed suppressive fire from his 416 Hong Kong dollars. Clay lobbed an RGO grenade. The blast shook the factory walls, echoing. Shadows surged through smoke, Russian stormtroopers, 3, maybe 4, wearing digital camo, their helmets rigged with thermal goggles. Well trained. Not militia. Likely VDV or Wagner shock units. Noise shouted. Signals jammed again, they're running local jammers. Raven. Push through them, left side. Gunfire tore the air. Fox dragged Storm behind cover. You're hit, shrapnel in the leg. Storm groaned. I can still shoot. Fox snapped. You'll shoot when I say you shoot. 2 to 220, breaking point. The team was pinned, return fire barely holding. Raven's voice was calm, steel in chaos. Calling fire mission. Ammo depot, grid 12 to 36. Noise, fighting the jamming, forced the coordinates through. Seconds dragged like hours. Then the earth split. Artillery shells rained, detonating the depot. A roar like the world ending. Flames rose sky high, metal shards raining like meteors. The night turned to day in a heartbeat. Everyone froze for a moment, stunned by the sheer force. Even the Russians halted, silhouettes retreating into firelight. Shade murmured. Whole sectors burning. Raven. Time to go. 2:20 to 2:40, extraction. Smoke choked the ruins. Drones buzzed overhead, but static filled their feeds. Raven waved the team through a gap in the wall. Fox worked fast, wrapping Storm's leg. You'll live, if you shut the hell up. Storm grinned weakly. I haven't given it all yet. Clay scanned rear arcs. They'll regroup. We've got minutes. The team slipped into the tree line, every step echoing in the chest. Heartbeats louder than artillery. 3 o'clock, Sitrep. The team reached the exfil route. Storm limped, leaning on Cascade. Casualties, 1 WIA. Mission success, ammo depot destroyed. Silence on the net, only breathing and static. Victory tasted like ashes. Reflections. Raven, in his debrief. Bakhmut is not a city. It's a furnace. It eats men, metal, and spirit alike. We walk its ashes, but the city is never empty. Shadows move where walls stand, and every ruin hides an ambush. Fox. Northwest medicine cures this place. It's not the wounds. It's the weight of all the ones who never walked out. Noise. If you own the sky, you own the ground. Drones aren't support, they're lifelines. Lose them, and you're blind, deaf, and dead. Shade, quiet as always. You only see them after they've already seen you. Enemy tactics observed. Electronic warfare, EW Russian Orlan, 10 drones disrupted FPV operations, local jammers cut radio frequencies. Assault groups, 3 to 6-man squads with PKM machine guns, grenades, and thermal optics. Trained, coordinated, rapid. Drone recon, persistent overhead presence, constant threat of kamikaze FPVs, ambush doctrine, use of collapsed structures to stage kill zones. Mines laid along predictable paths, PMN 4, MON 50. Conclusion. The Bakhmut operation proved a single truth: survival requires adaptation. Without drones, you are blind. Without EW, you are prey. The enemy is skilled, disciplined, and lethal, but not invincible. One ammo depot destroyed, one shadow lifted. Ending note: Raven stood watching the flames consume the skyline. The night glowed red, smoke blotting the stars. In the silence after fire, only one thought echoed. This is just the first shadow of Bakhmut. Worse is yet to come.